Picture this. You wake up and get ready for work or school. You get there and everybody is dressed exactly like you are. You might think you're looking into a mirror. This is what a child feels like when he or she is required to wear school uniforms. Hi, my name is Daly Johnson, and I would like to tell you about the reasons why I think schools should not require their students to wear uniforms. Do you think that schools are improving because students change their clothes? I can tell you from personal experience that no, it does not. I have been to 2 schools during my high school career, one of which uniforms were mandatory and the other of which I could wear whatever I wanted. My grades did not have a significant improvement because I was dressed like everyone else. The discipline issues at both schools were the same, if not worse, at the private school. The topic I will be discussing with you today has to do with the reasons why I think schools should not require their students to wear uniforms. I would like to ask for a couple of minutes of your time so that I can thoroughly explain my reasons why school uniforms are pointless. My reasons include that they do not reduce school violence, they do not help financially, and they eliminate a child's freedom to express his or herself. Let's start by me telling you how it does not reduce violence. I have read a dozen articles and heard multiple people say that uniforms decrease violence in schools. I'm just going to tell you that they are wrong. It is absolutely crazy to me that somebody could think that a pair of khakis and a polo shirt could make a difference, but a pair of jeans and t-shirt cannot. According to the article, A Uniform Look, Miami-Dade County's report that fights nearly doubled at their middle schools after schools adopted a uniform policy. Lauren Tarsis states that troublemakers can hide weapons underneath their baggy clothes. I hate to burst her bubble, but there are plenty of other places that students could hide weapons. In the end, if a child wants to hurt a student or a teacher, they can find a way to do it. Requiring them to wear uniforms is not going to change that. Next, I will discuss the financial aspect of the uniform policy. When some people hear that their children will be going to a school that requires them to wear uniforms, they automatically think of all the money that they are going to be saving. That's not necessarily true. Uniforms cost around the same amount as regular clothes, if not more. According to the website, What Are the Cons of Students Wearing School Uniforms? For families who struggle financially, the requirement to purchase school uniforms for their children could prove significantly more expensive than the clothes that they buy normally and add to their financial hardship. As I stated before, I have had to buy school uniforms, so I can honestly tell you that they are no cheaper. Now, moving on to my final point to say that uniforms eliminate a child's freedom to dress how he or she wants. If you ask any teenager what the main reason is as to why they do not want to wear school uniforms, I'm sure they would say it is because they cannot wear what they want. As a matter of fact, I have recently interviewed a teenager named Caitlin Woodson. Her response was, I did not like them because I did not feel like I had the freedom to express myself in how I dressed. Another point is that they have to wear the exact same outfit for an entire year. Woodson also stated that, I hated waking up every morning and having to put on the same outfit that I wore every other day. It just makes no sense. High school is meant to prepare students for the real world, where nobody dresses exactly the same. The only jobs that require you to dress exactly like your coworkers are the military, the Navy, or the Army, and etc. And not everybody is signing up for those. I recently interviewed 100 students at my school and asked them whether or not that they think school uniforms should be required at our school. 63% said no because they couldn't wear what they wanted. 25% said yes because they hated having to pick out clothes every morning. And then 12% said that they did not care either way. Deciding not to enforce the rule of uniforms will make a child's school experience better in the long run. People want to be able to look back and see how things have changed from then till now. Yes, this includes clothes. If all people are able to look back on as how everybody was dressed exactly the same, then they would not be happy about that. A negative side of this plan is that there would probably be more dress code violations. However, the same could happen with uniforms. Students would still try to buy oversized polo shirts and baggy khakis. As I have stated above, there are many positive effects to not wearing uniforms. If I had to pick one that I think was most beneficial, I think it would have to be that they do not help you financially. This is because most people think that they are going to be a big help in their finances, but are highly disappointed in the end when they do not. To conclude my speech, I would like to refresh your memory about the points I talked about throughout my discussion. They included that school uniforms do not decrease violence, they do not help you financially, and they eliminate a child's freedom to express his or herself. Now, I challenge you to think about whether or not uniforms would be beneficial in your school. If your answer is no, then do not just sit around and let yourself be like everyone else. Take it up with whoever is in charge.